Hi everybody, welcome to another Saturday Get Ready With Me and a Q&A video. In my last Get Ready With Me, I tried a trick that I was seeing on YouTube to put your foundation after the powder. If you haven't watched that, spoiler alert, that trick doesn't work. Today I've got another YouTube trick that's to put powder after your setting spray. And that's only for your concealer. I've got about 8 questions from my last Q&A as well as some questions from my YouTube. So we're just gonna put it together, have a little chat, have a Saturday morning, lazy day kind of thing, right? So let's start. As usual, we're gonna put some magic cream. This is a really good moisturizer as well as a primer. The only thing I wish it didn't have is fragrance. It's not really strong. It's not like the La Mer one, which is like super strong, but I can kind of smell it. It goes away after maybe about 10 seconds. Put my favorite lip balm. Prep the lips before I continue. This is the Clinique Lip Repair Wear. Super good. I keep recommending this if you have very dry or cracked lips. Absolutely love this. While we wait for this moisturizer to sink in, first question from Shanna Nick. Do I still think that the Jill Stuart blushes are worth getting? Yes, definitely. I love the Jill Stuart blushes. I try not to use them in every Get Ready With Me video, otherwise it's gonna be so boring because I have a lot of blushes. But if you're thinking about just getting 1 or 2 blushes, I do really recommend the Jill Stuart ones. Your other question, if you can do a video on how you decide and what makes you do YouTube videos in the first place, that would be great. I wanted to, but I'm still hesitating. Don't hesitate, just do it. There is another YouTuber with whom I fangirl, okay? Her name is Michelle Wong, and she came out with a really good video about her YouTube career. And she started, not long ago, but she is doing very well. So she made one comment is that if she can do it, anyone can do it. And I agree. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I started about 4 years ago, and it was just using my phone first, and then later I switched to a camera, which we already had a camera, so I didn't buy additional equipment right at the start. I started because I was watching so much YouTube videos, and there was so much that I felt I could contribute to this community. Like, I wanted to give reviews, I wanted to share my point of view, I wanted to be part of this community who loves luxury. Turn on the camera and then just record. Your first few videos is going to be a little bit uncomfortable, and if you're just trying it out, please don't go and invest in a lot of equipment at the start. Try it out with your phone. A lot of the phones right now have good camera and video camera capabilities, and get comfortable with talking to yourself and looking at the camera and just chatting. Trust me, it gets better, and I have made a lot of good friends on this platform. Moving on to foundation, I'm using the Sisley Anti-Aging Foundation. My color is in Vanilla. This is one of my favorite foundations. It has a peachy undertone, but it doesn't come off like orangey on your skin unless you are very fair. This color brightens up my skin, and this is the type of foundation that looks better as the day goes on. So when I first put it on, I feel like, oh, it looks a bit heavy, but then give it an hour, 2 hours, by the end of the day my foundation actually looks really good. Now this is very expensive, so it better look good and it better last like super duper long. Let me put concealer on, and then we'll answer one more question, and then we will do this trick from YouTube. I'm really curious about this hack because Risa does makeup. She is in her 40s, so she said that she's got a lot of fine lines, and she was really amazed by this trick. Let's try it because I have a lot of fine lines under my eye. I need to start using proper, really good hydrating eye cream. If any of you have good recommendations for eye cream, please let me know. Next question from Just K. Hi Kat, can you kindly do a full comparison of your trendy CC walk and your classic walk? Thank you. I can definitely do that. I have done a review of my classic walk. Warning, it wasn't like the best review. I don't have the best impression of the classic walk. It's been a few years since I did that, and I have not done a review of my trendy CC walk. So yeah, I can definitely do that. Let me know, what do you want to know in specifics? Do you want to know like the chain length, the capacity, the material? Because they are very different. My classic walk is in patent leather. I do have some comments about patent leather. Trendy CC is in lambskin. So let me know if you have any particular question, burning curiosity about these two items, and I will definitely put them in the review. Okay, let's try this trick. First, you're supposed to put your concealer, so I've got that. Then you're supposed to take setting spray. I've got this Makeup Forever Mist and Fix setting spray. I'm not using my Tatcha one because that's not really a setting spray. That's like a hydrating mist. So you're supposed to spray at the back of your hand. Take your finger to tap a bit of it, and then tap it under your eye, going back and forth on top of the concealer, and then let it really dry. So let's let it dry. I'm going to do one eye and then I'm going to do the next so that we can really see the difference. Once it's set, I'm going to go in with setting powder, and this is supposed to be the one that makes it all amazing. So using my Chantecaille, dust that off, and then okay. Oh my god, I think it worked. I think it works. I mean, I still see the lines that are really thick and deep. Those, I don't think I can do anything, but I usually get a lot of lines a bit lower, my cheekbone right here, and they are not so obvious. Let's try on the other eye. So let me just press that concealer in because it's already creasing in the wrinkles that I have. So again, setting spray and dab it and then let it like dry. It feels like it's synced in. Let's go. I think it works. There are still fine lines, right? But it actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be. If my concealer can look like this for the rest of the day with a little bit of lines, I'm gonna be really happy. Let me just set the foundation. This makes me think, what if I sprayed setting spray all over my face on top of my foundation and then go in with powder, like just not the under eyes, but like the whole face? What do you guys think? Maybe we should try that in the next Get Ready With Me, where instead of just doing a little bit, we set the whole face and then we do the makeup. Let's try that next week, okay? That would be an awesome hack. Joyce Lee 898, you listed so many bags. What are you focusing on? Okay, so she was referring to my latest video, my updated luxury wish list. And yes, I listed so many handbags from Chanel, from Dior, a lot from LV, and some of them are repurchase bags. I gave a list of things that I want to get over the next few years, not something that I want to get right now or in the next few months. I'm going to work towards. So anyway, I cannot really prioritize which one I want to get. I know I want to get each of these bags, but whichever comes first is not important to me. Like, I don't need to get the Chanel 19 first or my Elma BB first. It really depends on my financial situation at that point in time. Did I save enough money for this item? And I said, am I ready for it? Maybe I want to save a little bit more and then buy another item first. So I'm going to be playing around with this updated luxury wish list. But in my heart, which one I would really love to get into my collection? Really, if I ask myself honestly, it would be the Chanel 19. I really love the bag. When it first launched last year, it was already something that I was eyeing. Sad that I had a very unfortunate experience in Chanel then, but it's not because of that I don't like the bag. I've always liked the bag. Let's get those eyebrows on. As usual, I'm using the Dior Show Brow Styler. This is like a twist up pen, and it's awesome. I haven't been saying it all this while because it's so easy. Look, it's so easy. It's like slightly waxy, but not so hard that you feel like you're tugging at your eyebrows. So simple to just color it on. And the pencil is very fine, just so precise. Okay, it's got a spoolie at the back, right? Look at that, so good, right? Yep, brows are done. Today we're gonna play with the Dominic Cosmetics Latte Palette. This has a bit of mixed reviews, and personally I feel it's an okay palette. I mean, if you have not many palettes, this is one to consider because it's pretty neutral except for two colorful ones, a dark blue and the purple, which, you know, gives you a bit more variety, but actually it's quite a neutral palette. You've got all the matte colors here, and then you've got some shimmery ones, which I usually just use the matte and a couple of shimmeries. I honestly haven't been using these two colors. Let's start with the lightest color here. This is Vanilla Cream. I'm going to use this as a base. While I do that, let's answer the next question. For products, what was your first job? My first job was in a bank, and I was working with the marketing team for the business banking or like enterprise SME banking side of the department. It was okay. I was a little bit bored. Then I left. Going in with caramel now. And same thing, I'm gonna sweep that all over my eyelid and not really doing much. Just that I've got a lot of eyelid. My eyes are very bulgy, so I have a lot of space to work with. I don't really have an eye socket actually, just a little bit. Whatever is left on my brush, I am going to sweep that under my eye. I mentioned in my last Q&A video, I have no idea how some people put a lot of eyeshadow at the bottom lid, because for me, if I do that, I'm gonna look like I've got eye bags. So I have to be very careful on how much I put. I usually use whatever's left on the brush. I'm gonna go in with this dark color. This is called Mocha. Just dab a little bit. There is quite a bit of fallout, so you have to be careful. And I'm just gonna focus that at the outer corner, just to give it a bit of depth. I get a bit of darkness outside, but not too much. I'm just going to do it on the other side. I feel like I put a little bit too much and it doesn't look like it's blended. I have this Esom brush from Michelle Wong's collection, the G34, and it's a clean brush, and I'm just going to buff out the outer edges so that it looks like it's blended more than just being like a dark shadow on the outside. Before the eyeliner, let's answer another one. VKK013, could you please share specifically which product from Colonial you use on that bag to clean the color transfer? I have two Colonial products that I use to clean my bags, but for any kind of cleaner, you must try it on a small surface. So one is actually a gel type of, it's actually like a protectant, but it does help to remove some dirt. There is another one which is actually for cleaning. I do find that to be a bit stronger, so I will link both of the products in the description section down so you can check it out. And I got this intense kohl pencil from Dior, the Dior Show Kohl, and I think I should have picked a brown color, but I took black. I don't know why I took black. Let's try. What I like about it, it has a sponge tip at the back, so I don't have to use a different brush. That's actually quite nice. So now I'm just gonna pull it out a little bit so that we look as if we've got a bit of wing, but not really. Now this kohl pencil is a little bit more stiff, so I think this is going to last like the whole day. It wasn't very easy to spread, but I feel like this kind of pencil will last all day. It could even be waterproof. The sponge tip wasn't the most comfortable. I think I would still prefer like my brush, and you know, it feels a little bit softer on the eyelids. Some mascara or mascara. Last question from Shana Nick, and I said that I need to put this out to everybody because I have no idea as well. So, can I stop bras from oxidizing? She's got a new LV Speedy 25 Damier Urbine, and before she could even use it, the bras has already started to get darker. And the essay told her that if she uses the bras too often, it turns to white and no longer is the same color that you could use it. So she's asking for some advice, and I honestly don't know if you can fix bras and make it all shiny again. I know you can polish bras, so a lot of the hardware when you first get it from LV, it's super shiny, right? So after a while it starts to get oxidized because of the air and the oils and everything, and it starts to get darker. Now there are brass or polish, like you can go and buy at any hardware store, you can really polish it. But if you want to get it as shiny as the first day you got it, I honestly do not know. But I do know you can remove some of that oxidization with proper polishing and using the proper brass polishing equipment. If any of you know, please help us. Please let us know in the comment section, what do you do if your bra starts to oxidize? Do you have any recommended polishing cream? Any tips to protect it from actually oxidizing again or ever? So yeah, let us know in the comment section as well. Ooh, I actually have one more question from Yuri Sir. Let's finish off the makeup, then we will answer that last question. Still using my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow bronzer and highlighter. I want to say blusher. And I love this, okay? I don't know why did I ever put it into the back of my cabinet and just forgot about it. Oh, this Sonia G brush is so amazing. Oh my gosh! On camera, it looks so dark, but don't worry, we will buff it out. Take that highlighter and then... Ooh, that is glowy. Still on the Charlotte Tilbury cake, my Cheek to Chic Love Glow, using a very soft brush, my Suku brush. Okay, maybe I overdid it. I go very heavy-handed with my blush and my bronzer and my highlighter. That's why I need the trusty Sonia G Face One brush. Without anything, I am going to buff my skin out and you will see the difference. I'm not going to fast forward so that you can tell that I'm not doing anything different. I am just buffing, nothing on my brush, except from the powder from earlier on. And I'm just going to buff. Down the neck.
5 hours later.
Before my lipstick, my trusty Tatcha Luminous Skin Mist. I might need 3 today. Let's see. I'll do 1 more. I try not to go too much because this stuff is really potent. Don't do like what those YouTuber beauty gurus do where they go either they've got so much powder on their face, which I think they do, that they need it, but otherwise, like us mere models, please don't overdo it. Okay, anyway, it's very expensive, so don't waste. Last question from Yirui Sir. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hi Kat, I would like to ask, what do I think about the Devo Brilliant bag? So I will put a picture right here. I took a look at it and I thought, this bag looks kind of familiar. I'm not sure whether it's gives me the Kelly vibe or the trendy CC vibe. It's actually a very modern looking bag. I think it also has a shoulder strap. So yeah, it does give me a bit of the Kelly vibe, but not the Kelly, like not the usual everybody wants the Hermes bag. I have to see in person because I like to feel the bag. Is it heavy? How's the compartments like? Can I fit my stuff inside? Finish off with some lip balm. This is the Kush lip balm in the color Canatonic. I used this in one of my Get Ready With Me videos, and this cannot be found locally in Asia. You can only find it in Sephora USA because it contains a bit of cannabis oil in it, but it is very, very, very hydrating. My lips are very dry. This color gives you like a hint of color, my lips but better. Wish I bought a few more, but it's okay. I will just use my Clinique, but this is so nice on the lips. Okay, so that ends our Saturday Get Ready With Me Q&A. If you have any questions for the next week's Saturday Q&A, leave it in this video, comment in the comment section, or just drop me a message on my Instagram because now I'm very active on Instagram. So just give me a question and I will save it for the Q&A on Saturday. Now don't forget to check out the last Get Ready With Me Q&A video. Just click on the video right down here. It was a fun video. The makeup hack wasn't the best, but it was great to answer all your questions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell as well. Otherwise, everybody, please take care and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.